Hi, it's Cheryl here. I'm an oil painter and at the moment I'm concentrating on plein air painting. And this is my latest painting. Over the Christmas break, I headed down to North Avoca Beach, and I'll admit it, I was a little bit apprehensive about painting in front of so many people. But since the beach was full of holiday makers, I figured that I might be able to hide in plain sight. So I set up reasonably close to the water's edge and got to work. Every time I make one of these videos, I learn something new about the process. Let me take you through it. Let me just collect my boards. They're outside here. And I can just grab my stuff and head down to the beach. So I was heading down to the lagoon and I've done 3 really disappointing paintings. So I'm going to head down to the rocks at North Avoca. It is going on to the afternoon and hopefully I might be able to get some of for the tide lines when the waves go out and the soil, the sand is kind of wet, and hopefully that'll look really interesting. Anyway, I'm going down to the beach now. Let me show you North Avoca Beach. This is the northern end, the rocky end, and this is a spot where people love to come and explore the rock pools, snorkel, hang out with their dogs. This is low tide and the swell is also really low, overcast days, sun's coming out intermittently, and I think that I like the reflections of the sun on the water. I try to load up my palette before I get out there. So I always take a very similar palette, titanium white. This here is cad yellow light. This is a cool lemon. This is for highlights. Cad orange because it's so beautiful. Cerulean blue here, ultramarine blue, alizarin crimson, phthalo green. So I mix the phthalo green with the alizarin crimson here, add orange, and it makes like a burnt sienna. These two added together, alizarin and phthalo green, make a really dark value. I take a few brushes, usually a 10, 8, a 6, maybe something even a little bit smaller, just bristle brushes here, a palette knife, some rags, extra paints. Usually I put my container here of odorless mineral turpentine just here and I lock it in. And you can see here these pieces of wood here, they fit around the tripod. With so much happening in the scene, I'm using a viewfinder to simplify what I am looking at. It helps me to focus on composition, framing the elements that will make the painting work. I have decided to paint this vertical view of the sand and the view to Avoca Beach. I sketch in the main elements with watered down oil paint. I forgot to film the beginning of this stage. I look at the main shapes that I can see, the sky, the sea, the rocks, the sand, and I mix up a color which is the average of that area and I block it in. And the detail then goes on over it. And here I am mixing up some ultramarine blue for shadows. And I'm going around and I'm just adding the shadows to like the bottom of the waves, to the bottom of the rocks. I'm just trying to make it look a little bit more interesting or have a little bit more depth. The sun's starting to go down. Everybody else is leaving the beach, and I'm thinking that I might call it a day. I'll take it home, probably leave it tonight, have a look at it again tomorrow, try to reestablish a focal point, perhaps add in some highlights, do a little bit of work to it. But for now, I'm going to call it a day and start to pack up. If you would like to paint with me, I have Monday morning classes and I also have full day workshops. February the 1st, March the 1st this year. Go to my website, Cheryl Wilcox Art. I would love to meet you. Bye for now.